Get ready for University of Georgia basketball.
Hello again, everybody. Georgia basketball wins 65-61 last night over the Georgia State Panthers in an exhibition matchup. Real quick, just want to say, yes, we're in a different recording area. We're still outside, but it's going to be looking different if you're actually watching the video version of it. You're seeing we're going right to left instead of left to right. So, different recording position. And I do want to say, because I'll be dropping some mixes later. Happy birthday to the voice of the Georgia Bulldogs, Scott Howard, my favorite announcer of all time. Today is Scott Howard's birthday. I was trying to think of some. We're going to do some more mixes. I just don't know what songs to do, unfortunately. I had everything already pre-prepared last year. Now I have literally nothing. So we're going to be doing that too. So happy birthday, Scott Howard, the voice of the Georgia Bulldogs, my favorite announcer of all time. And that he is why, I continue to do, or one of the reasons why I continue to do Georgia basketball videos and won't define his call of 1999 Wake Forest, but with all that aside, happy birthday, Scott. We love you. We all love you very much, man. So, we hope you have a great day as well. So, without the way, let's get to the Georgia game yesterday. Georgia wins at 65-61 over Carolina. Sorry, I was watching hockey earlier. After the Georgia State Panthers. And just the exhibitions tonight, Minnesota and North Dakota at 8 o'clock on Big Ten Network, and Florida State and Alabama. So that's going to be a good one. Georgia plays Florida State and Alabama this year. So where do we start with the Dogs? Well, we'll start with the first half. Georgia looked really good in the first half. They started out 3 for 3 from three-point shooting, but then after that completely went away. Georgia only finished the game 4 for 29 from 3. And I said it last night, I did not have a stat sheet or something I can look at. So now I do. We're going to get to overall statistics. We won't do Georgia State, but we will do Georgia. Georgia shot 41% from field goal percentage. That is 24 from 59. 14% from free. 4/29 from 4 from 29. The free throws is what kills me. Georgia was 72%. They went free 13 for 18. They started the game 12 for 12 from free throws. Georgia had 32 defensive rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds, fast break points. I said it that Georgia probably outscored Georgia State like 20-1 to 4 or something like that. It was 19-8, so Georgia State had a few more, but Georgia had a lot of fast break points. And that's what playing this press defense is going to get for Georgia. They're going to be able to get where you could turn the ball over if you're the opposing team, turn it over, and have a guy already breaking in the basket ready for you to put it up. And the press defense worked tremendously last night. Blue King had 13 points, 5 for 11. Santos Surreal had 5 points. Jordan Ross had 4 points. Jacob Wilkerson had 17 points. Kenny Catchins had 7 points. Stagg had 2 points. Melinder had 8 points. Dylan James with 2 points. Jake Wilkins with 5 points, and Justin Aston with 2. I was going to see if they had an overall percentage. Does not. So I want to go ahead and say that Jacob Wilkerson played tremendous last night. I mean, that was just really, really good for Georgia. to have a player who could just be. He had 15 in the first half, so I mean, you just really love to see it. You really love to see Georgia with guys, even in exhibition games, who could just go on and attack the basket. Oklahoma State beat Auburn last night, I think 95-94 in their exhibition, or it was something like that. They went to overtime, so we almost hit that at the Georgia State game. We almost went to overtime. I'm glad we did not, but we almost did. Just a very, very weird ending to the game, and that's what we'll talk about right now. Georgia had a great first half. Well, the second half, Georgia State, especially very late in the second half, we're talking about maybe 9 minutes to play in the game. About 9 minutes to play in the game, Georgia State just starts firing threes and they're going in. I mean, Georgia State's doing everything right. Georgia could not stop Georgia State at all. And with about 50 seconds to play, it's a 5-point game, and Georgia State hits a 3-pointer. Or Georgia State hit an and 1 to make it a 3-point game. So they do that. Or they hit a 2. I think Georgia State hit a 3 to make it a 2-point game. And then the end what happened, or in my opinion, Georgia State was down 6, 3-pointer make it 3. Anyway, it's a 2-point game, and Georgia State just hit a layup. They're getting the and 1, and Georgia State misses the free throw, gets the rebound, and the guy had a great look to lay it in. He just missed it. Georgia missed the front end of 1-on-1 free throws like 3 times yesterday, and it left Georgia State a chance to almost win it at the end with about 15 or 16 seconds to play or something like that. Georgia once again misses the front end of a 1-on-1 free throw, and Georgia State runs it down the court. They took a free that would have won it, but thankfully they missed it. And that would have been bad if he had hit that. But I said it last night, and I mean it. I do mean it. There's no reason why we should be very well. Number one, this game is for mental health, so that's a completely different conversation. It's an exhibition game. I don't think people need to overreact about exhibition games. We can overreact positively, sure we can, but if you're going to overreact negatively about an exhibition game, I think you don't need to watch sports, because, I mean, yeah, think about other sports. Yeah, your team might suck in the preseason in the NFL. They might go 0-3. You might suck in the MLB spring training. You might suck in 2 or 3 1 or 2 exhibition games in college basketball. But that doesn't mean your team's going to suck. And there's a lot of people who unfortunately get that reaction. Now, sometimes it does mean it. Like, for instance, Augusta beat Georgia Southern 2 years ago in an exhibition game. But once again, that game really mattered for Augusta because that was a non-conference regular season game for them. They're on different levels. And then Georgia Southern lost. And then what happened? Well, Georgia Southern had like 9 or 10 wins the entire season. So, I mean, but that's a very rare case. I mean, sure, I go with Georgia. People tell me all the time, well, you sat there and watched 6-26. How did 6-26 start? They lost their exhibition game. I think it was Charlotte. Charlotte. We went on the road to play Charlotte and lost, and after that, that's the 6-26 season. But I don't want to listen to that because, I mean, teams go 1-2 or 0-3 in the preseason all the time to make the playoffs in the NFL. Teams have horrible spring trainings in the MLB and make the playoffs. So, I mean, negatively overreacting about exhibitions it's just not good for you, man. Like, it's stupid, but I wasn't going to try to say that. But we could react positively. I really liked what I saw from Georgia last night. Now we got to do better in the second half, and you got to do better from 3 because I mean you started out hot and then you phased out the whole game. That's not good. But once again, it's an exhibition game. We have plenty of time to work on that. it just makes you wonder because it's very weird how like Georgia gets these big first half leads and just almost finds ways. I think somebody told me they said Georgia with a blowing the second half lead, things never change. I was like, well, I mean, it's who knows, guy. I just don't feel the need to overreact over an exhibition game negatively. I just don't. It's something I've never done, and I just do not feel to do it. I mean, to me, it just makes no sense. So we're going to react positively, and I saw a lot of great positives last night. Georgia's defense was great. Georgia had about 14 blocks last night. The press defense really, really shook Georgia State, and they didn't know what to do with themselves. So, I mean, it was really great. But more importantly, we're thankful and blessed to have college basketball back. I've missed this sport for so long. You know, last time we talked about this, Georgia was losing to Gonzaga 30-2 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That just left a bad taste in my mouth. So I was really excited for the season to start. And it is. And we are thankful that the season is starting right now. A lot of good games going on lately. And we're going to have a lot of good games going on in the next upcoming weeks, especially when we get to opening day. It starts in 18 days, I believe. So 18 days until the college basketball season starts. So, I mean, just enjoy it, man. We're going to enjoy college basketball, the greatest sport on earth. So, there you go. Georgia basketball wins 65-61 over Georgia State in an exhibition game. One more exhibition left. As a matter of fact, we will go ahead and see that date because I did not remember what the date of that game is. So we will check the date of Georgia's last exhibition. Georgia soccer also plays Texas tonight. That's good. Okay, Georgia's next exhibition game is Sunday, October 26th. As Georgia takes on Troy, tickets can be purchased here. It can be heard live on GeorgiaDogs.com. So that game will be on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network. So that is great. I'm glad that they're going to stream that game. So that would be the day after our Halloween party, if I remember correctly. At 2 o'clock. So Georgia and Troy at 2 o'clock next Sunday. Is that date correct? Next Sunday, the 26th? Yes, or 2 Sunday. No. Yeah, next Sunday. Georgia plays next Sunday. And then after that, it's a few day layoff and the season does start. So I'm about to go ahead and look and see, is it listed on the Varsity Network? I will go ahead and be sharing that link if it is, because we can listen to it with Scott in the game. But Varsity, I forgot, I have no internet, so. Okay, we will not be doing that. But once again, Georgia beats Georgia State 65-61. Georgia's next game is next Sunday versus Troy, and will be heard on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network. So, go Dogs, go Hoop Dogs, and I'm happy basketball season's back.